Whoop that trick. Woo, whoop that trick. Whoop, whoop that trick. Whoop, whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Why are we whooping tricks? What did sex workers ever do to you guys? Nevertheless, I'm John Wrighton with my review of WWE NXT Deadline 2023. Let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. I'm reviewing this show because y'all asked me to. And sporadic NXT reviews will pop up throughout 2024. Maybe if they just shore some things up and focus on the positives and less on the goofiness and the bullshit, then maybe those sporadic reviews will become more regular. Just like if you eat too much bran, you'll be absolutely regular. You'll be just shitting like crazy. Anyway, I don't really know where to go from there, so let's go to the Total Mortgage Arena, the total eclipse of the mortgage, Bridgeport, Connecticut. 10K capacity. They had around 5,000 to 5,500 people. Shout out to Graham and Alexis. Hope you had a great goddamn time there. And there were some decent parts to this show, but this highlights my issues with the NXT brand. They get a little bit too busy. They focus on some good parts, and then they just don't know how to pull back and just let the talents not give into their worst goddamn instincts. So I will illustrate here in a bit. So Vic Joseph and Bumbling Booker, that is his name. Until Booker T actually wants to talk like somebody that comes from this planet, he is Bumbling Booker. So Axiom Verge took on Frazier. It was a kickoff match, highly athletic, submission work, flippy shit, some good stuff. Don't get me wrong. They did some good stuff here. There was a landing on the apron, the hardest part of the ring. And yeah, I was worried that Axiom Verge actually jammed his knee on a moonsault. I guess he just tweaked it a little bit. He seemed all right. It's a good back and forth. Huge Spanish fly. And a kick. 1, 2, 3. Axiom Verge gets the victory. It certainly got the crowd popping because they're going to get it popping. God, I am 42 years old, soon to be 43 years old. And as white as this goddamn shirt, and I'm trying to talk like this. So HBK opens the show, keeping his eyes on both sides of the arena, because he damn sure can't look straight ahead. He comes out, he forgot what he was going to say. CM Punk comes out, look in my eyes, what do you see? CM Punk on NXT. And is he going to wrestle on NXT? He can make sporadic appearances. In all honesty, him appearing on NXT wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So, Punk out in a Bret Hart hoodie, that was nice. Nice hoodie. Hey, you guys made up. I made up with Triple H. It's all about healing. Punk is going to be a heel by the Raw after Mania. He has to be. There's no way he can't be. This was a fine opening. And then Mysterio came out on crutches because Mysterio tore his Ray CL. And now that everybody has shut off the goddamn video because of that terrible pun, he introduced Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee took on Dominic for the North American Championship. Booker is an abomination on commentary. Dominic is somehow worse in the ring, botching all over the goddamn place. He has not gotten any better. None of us will live long enough for him to get better. And Dragon Lee won. Okay, we've got a new North American champion. Trick beat Dominic for the title and lost it back 3 days later. So that could either happen the same for Dragon Lee or Dominic will win it back, I don't know, at New Year's Evil. I think that's their next big event. So, yeah, there you go. That's all the coverage I'm going to give to a Dominic match. It was what it was. I don't know, maybe they're actually going to turn over a new queef. I think that's how that goes. And Dominic's just going to, maybe they'll do the Freebird rule with the tag titles. So anyway, they displayed Gunther's package. I did like how they showed Gable's kids crying, because that's what you kids get for having a goof of a dad who's really talented. He deserves to lose. If Gable's going to continue to do this Alpha Academy bullshit, I hope he loses every single big match that he has in his career. The Iron Survivor rules, 25-minute limit, 2 start, 5-minute intervals, and after 15 minutes, basically everybody will be in there. If you get a fall, you get a point. The person that loses a fall spends 90 seconds in the penalty box. The Iron King of the Mountain Survivor Challenge. God, I hate this. I hate this. God, so goddamn stupid. It's not even a fault of the talents. But anyway, we have the women's one. We have Fallon Henley, Blair Davenport. She could be a model for death masks after her wrestling career is done. She has not been the same since her witch's coven was burned to the goddamn ground and burned to an absolute cinder in the 1700s. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Zoe jokes and just put them over to Blair. Blair just is off-putting to me. I just don't get it. Tiffany Stratton, Kalani Jordan, who they see a lot of potential in, and Lash Legend. So, I will give them credit for trying to show off and show up. And there were moments that weren't bad in this, but the Iron Survivor concept is stupid. The crowd sound their hands for Fallon versus Blair. Tiffany comes out third. She they tag team Fallon for a bit. Blair pins Fallon and gets the point. Basically, it was just a bunch of goddamn spots by this point. Kalani comes out. She does some good athletic stuff. Lash comes out. This is the best I've seen Lash look. She's inexperienced. She's going to get better. She's tall. She's athletic. I don't know why I had to do it like that, but she has the size. She has the strength. She has enough personality to pull shit off. And did the Tower of Doom spot. Hit a choke slam and a powerbomb. Got 2 quick points. And then the rest of Metaphor shows up, and I instantly gave up because anytime this Metaphor group breathes as a concept, it is embarrassing to professional wrestling. Not the talents. This whole Metaphor group, Chase U, Alpha Academy, Pretty Deadly. I know they're just a tag team, but fuck off. It's all bullshit. It's just, this comedy needs to fucking stop. Ease back on it and only use it sparingly. And Metaphor is embarrassing. So Fallon crashes through the announcer's table after she gets out of the top of the penalty box and then gets sent through. After she gets sent through, Tiffany dives on the pile. Blair ends up winning the whole goddamn thing because by this point, I had given up. Even though there were some good spots in this, they just bumbled and fumbled and overbooked it. It was nonsense. This wasn't the only announcer's table crash, and this is my problem. You don't need to do that stuff all the goddamn time. Blair cuts the promo briefly, and then Lyra comes out. Cora is back. Cora J is back, looking refreshed. Good for her. Cora has a great look. I hope that she can, be inserted into the title picture again. Maybe she beats Lyra. Don't have it beat Death Mask Davenport. Anyway, Lashley packaged to fill time. If they had taken the packages out of this goddamn show, this show would have been over 35 minutes before it actually was. Mello and Trick talk. Mello's got a match coming up. Trick is in the Iron Survivor. And, all this stuff, all this crazy stuff. Oh, everything's good. Don't worry. Everything's fine. And then Mello took on Lexis King, the former Brian Pillman Jr. And, oof, this was terrible. This was terrible. Lexis King has as much of a right to be in the ring as his dad did after the Humvee accident because, yeah, he's not the worst I've seen. He is bland, though. His swagger is at the level of the mobility of his dad after said Humvee accident. It's not going to work. This is not going to work. I give him credit for trying to go away from what else, from what defined his dad and got put onto him, but this was fucking bad. It was all about a handshake. Lexis King basically implied that he attacked Trick. Trick won. This was terrible. This was really, really bad. Then he said, I didn't attack Trick, but thanks for the payday. And then Nikita Lyons. We had this package, and look, everybody was blinded by the fact that Nikita has curves and other, assets and everything, and likely got enhancements to get that and whatever, but she is not going to be able to handle that physically. She is going to break down. She's already had 2 injuries. She's been off for quite a while. Then we get to a Tony D package. Again, they could have cut the packages out of this and it would have been perfect. I get doing packages on the NXT talents, but Lashley, who I like. Gunther, who I like. You didn't need to include that stuff here. And then Kelly Kincaid is with Cora Jade. And Cora is going to keep her eye on everybody. One quick thing about Mackenzie Mitchell. I hope she finds success. Goes to Hollywood, whatever. I don't understand why they got rid of her. I really don't. It's very surprising. It's disappointing. Nothing against Kelly. I'm not blaming her. I'm not blaming anybody as far as is still in the company. But I like Mackenzie. And then Vengeance Day is going to be on February 4th. That's in Clarksville, Tennessee, which is apparently a place. Mello and Trick are talking. They're good. They're not. Mello is going to end up screwing Trick over, when he gets another title shot. And then we get the men's Iron Survivor. It's Dijak and Briggs starting off, and then it's Tyler Bate, it's Trick, and then it's Steiner. Okay, when the big men are doing shit, nobody really cared. There were points bounced around. Bate came out there. He got some good shots, and Trick got a massive pop. They were whooping that Trick all over the goddamn place. There were some great goddamn reactions for Trick, and he kept getting pinned. And then Steiner came out and got 3 quick points, just laying out everybody with spears. He even speared the referee and pinned him somehow. No, he just speared everybody that was in the ring. And Trick is down to 0 points and everything. And it's getting down to titty gritty, as they say. We get another announcer's table bump because why not? Again, you don't need to do all the announcer's table bumps. Buck, a barricade spear, a table choke slam. That damn announcer's table. And then a roll up on Briggs. And Trick has a point. And then Eddie Thorpe shows up, the former Carl Fredericks, who's been feuding with Dijak. And then Dijak gets rolled up. And then a jackknife pin, 1, 2, 3. So Trick is up to 3 points. The other guys are in the penalty box. And Steiner comes back, goes for the spear, big knee, 1, 2, 3 with a few seconds left. And Trick is your Iron Survivor. Big pop, good stuff. As far as the finish, I won't fault them there. And whoever gave OM Dar mic time deserves to be jettisoned into space. Because the only good thing that he's ever said on commentary is the lovely Alicia Fox. That's all you're going to get out of that. Kiana is coming out of Stanford. Oh, no. Where's Vince? Where is Vince? Ha, ha, ha. Anyway, so Roxanne Perez and Kiana James had a steel cage match. I said if they kept the weapons out that this might work. Yeah, well, they might as well have just gone right to the weapons and everything, because this didn't work. Look, I give them... Kiana is going to get better. She has shown some skills and some flashes a few times. Roxanne is good. She is a prodigy for a reason, but she also seems timid. Putting him in a steel cage was a mistake. So up on the cage, I don't want to say they chicken out. I mean, they probably realized the spot wasn't going to work, and I don't blame them. They shouldn't have teased it, but whatever. Then some blonde shows up that apparently is called Izzy Dame. I don't know who the fuck she is. I don't care. I thought it was Tiffany at first. I actually thought they rehired Lacey Evans at first just for a second. I was like, what the fuck? And Kiana won. It was not good. It was not good at all. So, we get the tournament breakout feel for the men. All right. Whatever. Corbin comes out on his trikey. Ilya comes out. And then Ilya Dragunov and Baron Corbin had an NXT title match where Corbin had done every heel trick in the book, insulting Dragunov's family, trying to get him riled up and all that stuff. And Ilya had done something recently on the most recent NXT, hugging him and saying, the only one that can destroy a dragon or kill a dragon is the dragon himself. Corbin targeted the ribs. Did some good stuff as far as heel moves and good offense. Ilya was bleeding. Ilya fired back, but then there was a top rope choke slam, a DVD for 2, and then Ilya eventually hit a coast to coast, then hit an H-bomb barrage, got the torpedo Moscow, 1, 2, 3. There you are. He did hug him before the torpedo. Like, what did he say to him? I don't know. He was hugging and stroking Corbin's swollen, veiny head. And yes, Ilya retains. Trick comes out with his music, and Mello's right behind him, foreshadowing that Mello is going to screw him over at New Year's Evil. So yeah, I may review New Year's Evil. We will see, but NXT's positives I really do like. And then they do shows like this. They had moments, but this wasn't necessarily one of the biggest or best premium live events that NXT has done. That being said, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritland. I'll see you soon.